First of all, welcome everyone. This is such a lovely evening and amazing crowd here in the city of Cochin. I'll quickly update you what our plan for the day is, and it's a very exciting evening that we have in front of us. Before that, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Pawan Avasthi. I head the consumer marketing team at NVIDIA, and my job is to officially welcome you and give you a quick glance about what we are planning to do here. Why Cochin? I mean, this is such an important city, and we have not been in this city for quite some time. So, entire team got together, and we decided that whenever we're going to announce our new campaign or new program, we are going to announce it in Cochin. And that's why we are here. We are launching our new campaign called RTX for AI. I will tell you a bit more about it in a short while. But the importance of this city is, just to demonstrate the importance of the city, we have this entire NVIDIA team in front of you. So let me just quickly give you an introduction. So we have the entire sales team, entire marketing team, entire support team available here. There are close to 16, 17 NVIDIAns here in this room right now. And let me start my introduction first from Nikhil. Nikhil Kohli is a director of consumer business for India. Many of you know Sachit already. I think all of you know Sachit already. He is our regional business head for the consumer business. And he is the face that you have been seeing for the longest time. Then we have Rajaram. Rajaram is our technical samurai, technical ninja. He has been with the company for the longest time, and I think most of you know him as well. So he's the solution architect. Next to Rajaram, we have Yogesh. Yogesh manages our system builder initiative and the cafe business. After Yogesh, we have our friends from Bangalore, Vinay. And then we have Amit from Mumbai. We have Subhashish from Kolkata. We have Sunny again from Ahmedabad, and recently he's in Bangalore as well. And then we have Avnish from Delhi. And some connection with the Cochin, our local boy, you can say, Nikhil SK. I mean, he has come from Bangalore though. He is part of the marketing team, and this is our 100% local boy, Daniel. He heads our community management for NVIDIA marketing team. I think this is the entire team. I hope I have not forgotten anybody, because lots of us are here. So without further ado, let me just quickly, invite Nikhil to give you a entire, rundown about what we are planning to do today. Just wanted to say a few things. This entire concept that RTX for AI that we are going to introduce to you today is very simple. We all know RTX, right? RTX is our range of GPUs, or the graphic cards as we know it. Right now it's a 40 series RTX GPUs that we have. And AI is artificial intelligence, right? We know artificial intelligence has been around for the longest time. But the importance of AI, especially in our country, has recently increased many times. In fact, our CEO, Jensen Huang, was here in India a few months back, and he met Prime Minister and the other senior government officials to launch Sovereign Cloud, India's own AI cloud, so that Indians can take advantage of this advancement in AI in our country without depending on any outside cloud providers. I think very recently there is an announcement by Reliance, there is an announcement by Yota, there is an announcement by Tata to launch AI cloud services in India also. So that's where we are heading, but let me just now quickly invite Nikhil to take you further. Nikhil?
Check. Okay, so I'm Nikhil, I've been introduced, and I've been told that the mix of people here is very interesting. It's not just the distribution partners, we have a lot of retailers here. A lot of people have come from outside of Kochi, so I'm thankful to all the partners who've traveled all the way to attend this meet. Also, a very big thanks to, I think there are about 6 to 7 big influencers who, I think Daniel had invited, and they've come for this event. So again, thank you for all the influencers who've come to attend this event. So I'm going to spend about 15-20 minutes on the business part. Okay, I'm going to start. Normally what we do, we talk a lot of technology and then we move on to business. This time we decided we try to do a different thing. And you know, before we end this entire presentation, I want all of you to experience the demos. I think this is the first time where we've put in, I think, almost like 6 to 7 demos. So these are very interesting demos. I think the experience of the demos is going to be extremely helpful. So, oopsie, no worries. So before we leave this hall, I want all the business people. How many of you are retailers? How many of you have a retail shop? So quite a lot of you have retail shops. How many of you are pure distribution houses? You sell to retail, but so there are about 3-4 distribution houses. How many of you have high-end gaming stores or something? Just so, what are the rest of the people do? How many of you are from pure distribution? So if retailers were like 20 of them or 30 of them, who were the others? Okay, thank you. Anyway, so what I want all of you to do is, before you leave, I would be very happy if you take this word back home, and the word is ACE. Okay? I'm going to talk about ACE and all the 3 elements of this word, but this is the core strategy of our consumer business in India. This is the core strategy, and if you can understand this entire strong word ACE and take it back home, we have achieved our purpose of coming to Cochin. I'll start with a word which is E. Now see, what are we trying to do here? It's very important that we understand. What are we trying to do here? We are trying to sell a desktop which is 1.5 lakh rupees. We are trying to sell a PC which is 2 lakh rupees. We are trying to sell a PC which is 3 lakh rupees. How do you think you are going to sell a PC which is 3 lakh rupees? Are you going to sell it the same way you are selling a 30,000 rupee PC or maybe a 40,000 rupee PC? Do you think the consumer who's buying a 40,000 rupee PC is the same consumer who's buying a 1 lakh rupee PC, 1.25, 1.5? Is he the same consumer? So, you know, the analogy that I take is that of a car. What has Maruti done? Maruti has a showroom which is called Nexa, and Maruti has their normal showrooms. If you want to buy an Alto, if you want to buy a Swift Desire, if you want to buy the entry-level cars, you go to a normal Maruti showroom. But if you want to buy something like a Baleno, if you want to buy something like a Grand Vitara, they created a different set of showrooms because the consumer is a individual who's paying 20 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees. Basically, he is not a 5 lakh rupee, 6 lakh rupee. The fundamental here, and why I'm taking the analogy of a Maruti, is that the showroom is a high-end showroom. When you go to that showroom, they will show you the car in a tablet. They'll try to take you through all the features. The people who are standing in the Nexa showroom are people with a coat and a tie. When you come inside the showroom, they'll offer you a cup of coffee. They will ensure that you wait properly. They will do follow-ups with you so that you have the right car experience for the test drive. When you go back home, they will give you multiple phone calls as a follow-up that, hey, did you try the car? Does that happen with the normal Maruti showroom? There is a queue there. No one cares. Person who's coming to buy a 3 lakh rupee car is coming to buy a 3 lakh rupee car because वो mileage देता है. You know, it's a cheaper car. There's nothing cheaper than that. There is a mileage. So again, what I'm trying to tell you is, if you have to sell expensive PCs, you have to create a great experience. A great experience will help you sell high-end PCs. Number 2, do you understand that the market is shrinking? Do you know that the consumer desktop market is not growing? Any one of you follows IDC and GfK data? The market is flat. Perhaps the market is degrowing a little bit. So if the market is not growing, how will all of you grow? I'm sure the people here in this room are people who are doing desktop PC business. or you're doing component business. And if there are any notebook guys in the room? 1, 2. So you guys are in for a bull run because the notebook form factor is going to grow in a big way. But let's say majority of the people, a lot of people are desktop people here. So people who are doing components, if the market is not growing, how are you going to make the money next year? Next to next year. It's a degrowing market. What are you going to do? The only option for you to make more money, and I'm saying this out loud, the only option for you to make more money is to sell expensive PCs. You have to be able to sell a 2 lakh rupee PC. You have to be able to sell a 3 lakh rupee PC. You have to be able to sell a 10 lakh rupee PC. And the ability to sell that high-end PC is what is going to help you make money. In Delhi, we say, "Jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai." You know, I come from a Hindi background. "Jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai," which is a very common statement that we say. And fundamentally, what we are trying to say is that if you're wanting to sell a PC which is 2 lakh rupees and 3 lakh rupees, you have to show that in a beautiful way. And let me give you a couple of examples. I think G-Riggs is here. Where is he? Thank you for coming. Okay, so you're the first one. So we want to give you examples. Okay, examples of people who are sitting in this room right now. G-Riggs is sitting in this room right now. And what we are trying to show here is that he's created a store. And he's put demo units there of machines which are 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees, RTX 4070, RTX 4080, perhaps a higher CPU, maybe monitors which are 34 inches, 40 inches, so on and so forth. Number 2, while I am NVIDIA graphics, do you think when you sell an expensive PC, you're only selling a higher GPU? No. You're selling a higher motherboard. You are selling a high-end cabinet. You're selling a high-end memory. You're selling a high-end monitor. You're selling high-end accessories, maybe a better keyboard, maybe a better headset, maybe an expensive mouse. But I am the one, or we are the one who are talking about it. Why are we talking about it? Because we want to help you sell high-end PCs. And to sell high-end PCs, you have to build an experience which is as great as G-Riggs. But I'll give you more examples. I think Legendary is also here. Legendary guys here. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Again, look at the store experience. It's got a beautiful display. I don't know if the image is that clear. When the consumer walks into the showroom, there's a nice sitting area. The manpower standing there has the know-how of pushing you up the ladder. The manpower in the counter is completely literate about a gaming PC or let's say a high-end PC. The customer may not be a gamer. The customer could be a creator, and we'll talk about it. But fundamentally what we are trying to tell you is that the demonstrator who's standing there, the shopkeeper or the retailer who's standing there has to have the skill set to push the customer to the next level. And I'll give you many more examples. Look at, is Geek Boss here? Sajid, does Geek, oh, thank you so much for coming again. So see, and what I'm trying to tell you, the examples that I'm showing to you are of people who are in this room. That means this is happening in Kochi or Kerala while I'm giving this session. I'm not picking up examples which are not possible, examples which are difficult. Geek Boss is here. I think I've met him many times in different meets that I've gone to. Beautiful showroom. There is a nice sofa to sit in. There's this entire experience center that he's created. If you see this carefully, there are 2 gaming chairs, there are a couple of monitors. So when the consumer comes, the consumer sits in that space, he experiences, there is a nice demo area, there is a nice zone to sit, and the look and feel of the store is great. And what we've tried to map is that, starting last 3-4 years, they have grown in the number of units that they have sold. So when we ask them this question, maybe 3 years back when you opened the store, you were selling, let's say, 30 units a month. How many units are you selling now? And what they've done is a great job. Some people have done it 3x, some people have done it 4x, and there is growth coming in. And they are able to sell more and more and more. Elite Hub. Bombay. Beautiful store. Anyone who goes to Bombay must visit Elite Hub. He has a fantastic store, demo machines. He's even put up a small cafe inside his entire center. He's put up 40, 90 machines, 40, 70 machines. The fact that when a consumer comes there, again I'm repeating, the fact that when a consumer comes there, he feels he's in a, in a space, because he's now influenced to look at products and how great products look like. Only when you touch it, only when you experience it, okay, only when you feel the product, do you want to pay that premium. Because I'm not buying a 40,000 rupee PC, I'm spending 3 lakh rupees. I'm perhaps coming in a very high-end car to your showroom and paying that premium. But in order to make more money, okay, I'm repeating, I'm putting in the money because at the end of the day, all of us want money. And if we want more money in our pockets, we have to sell high-end units only. I would go on to the extent of saying that if you sell 10 units, you better start selling 30 units and sell all 30 units as 2 lakh rupee units. If a guy in your team, if a manpower in your shop is not having the ability, he has to gain that ability to sell a 2 lakh rupee machine, you don't have a choice. The market is shrinking. And the market is moving to notebooks. There are two guys of notebooks. We've done 5 times gaming notebook business last year. 5 times. We are the number 3 gaming notebook market. India is the number 3 gaming notebook market in the world. I'm not saying APAC or, number. So what is the form factor which is propelling like anything? It is gaming notebook. It is selling like madness. Okay? And then we talk about anyone who goes to Hyderabad. This gentleman, Vishal Comptech, they opened 1 showroom. Okay? And then they opened the 2nd showroom. These are all great gaming stores. And now they are going to open the 3rd showroom. So are they mad that they're opening the 3rd showroom? No, right? So the fact that it is working for them, people who have learned the art of selling great PCs or high-end PCs now want to go from area 1 to area 2. So they covered one part of Hyderabad. They want to move to the area where coverage is not there. They want to open up a store there. If anyone knows Supercomputer in Bangalore, he recently opened a new store. So the earlier store was in SP Road. Okay, now he's opened up, I think 2 days back, he launched his store, 2 or 3 days back. Last week he launched his store, but he moved out of the SP Road market. So to sell these high-end PCs, you may or may not be in the market. The last thing that I want to tell you about experience is, it is not necessary to have an expensive real estate and a big size store to do this job. No. We have now 300 such stores in the country. 7 years back when I was doing a session like that, we had 7. I'm repeating, I did that session about 7 years back in somewhere in Amsterdam, and so many people were sitting there. You know how many such stores were there in the country? 7. Today there are 300 of them in the country. And we have all avatars. So if it's a shop which is just this size in Bangalore, I'm giving you an example, the size of this stage, it's okay. You can just take this much of a wall and put 3 PCs here. So if you come to Delhi, a market like Delhi, like a Nehru place, very expensive real estate, congested place, people are crying, we don't have high-end retail stores there. It's okay. You just take this wall, decorate, do some nice interiors on this wall, put 2 or 3 demo machines there, allow the customer to walk in, put a nice vinyl background. Home, it's okay. We don't need flashy spaces necessarily. Okay? But this is the kind of experience that you need to put on the table. And then there are great ones, like MVP. Amar is a very dear friend of mine, but you see the store. Now this is a flamboyant store. Okay, it's like 3 floors, like the whole building. You go from the outside, there's a mall. But I'm saying you do not necessarily need a mall kind of a store. It's okay to have a small store like, maybe half of this stage that I'm trying to show you. And if you have the bandwidth, you can even have something like a mall. But the fact that there are these malls in the country, he's selling. Do you know, he's opened up 3 stores there. He opened up first in Hyderabad, then he went to, I think, one more city, and now there's one in Gurgaon. We've gone to the Gurgaon store, it's a beautiful store. He wants to open another 2 stores, and he's expanding. So now he's trying to go to different cities. And then he's doing a big online business, and I'll talk about that online business. So what did we learn this? Again, I'm going back to my keyword ACE. So E, experience. You have to have stores which offer a great experience for us to be able to sell machines which are 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupee. And if the market is stagnant, the only way we can grow is by selling expensive machines. Clear hai? Quick question? Nahi hai. Okay. So let's come to the second part, which is A. What does that mean? Availability. And I'll talk about availability right now. How many of you sell your PCs via the shop, the store that you have? Only the store. How many of you? Everyone sells on the store only, no? Okay. How many of you sell a PC online? No one? Okay, you sell online. You sell online too. Okay. So the important thing to understand here is, and this is the most important thing, is that we are used to selling via the retail counter. Okay, we are used to selling via the retail counter. That is something that we have done for the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So all the people who are in this room and are selling the products via their retail stores, it is not going to work anymore. It is not going to work anymore. Let me give you an example of China. I went to China, and there are 4 big system builders. I'm repeating, there are 4 big system builders: Kotin, iPassion, Mulong, and there's one more. Today, they are 40% of the China market. Today, they are 40% of the China market. They do not have a retail store belonging to them. iPassion, Kotin, and Mulong, they sell 5,000 high-end gaming PCs every day. And when people were not able to believe me, I had to take Architect and many other distributors along with me, Amazon folks along with me, and I took them to Wuhan in China, and so when COVID happened, I was in Wuhan with all these people. I took them and made them see how the factories operate. 40% of the business is happening via only 4 gaming system builders, and their entire business happens online. I'm repeating, their entire business happens online. So if you're able to give a good experience online, the consumers across the country are going to be buying your PC. Ab hum bolenge, is that true? Is that not true? Does it really work? Does it not work? And we want to give you examples. So GRX, again, I'm giving more examples from Kerala because you're here. I've seen great videos of you. Every time your video comes out, I watch that video, and you talk about the product. And then when you talk about the product, then we push the consumer to the portal where he chooses the product, and then he makes the purchase of the product. So I got to trust him. Okay, I got to trust him by what content he is creating. And then I go to the portal because I am sitting in Kolkata, but I like GRX. Okay, and he's see, because when he's building up that great PC, I like that great PC. He's putting a lot of passion in that PC, and I like that passion in the PC. And I want to buy it, so I go to the GRX portal and I buy it. Because I cannot be traveling to his shop here and then buy it, right? Because I'm sitting in Delhi, I'm sitting somewhere. The only problem that we need to solve is RMA somewhere, But if you've solved that problem, we are sorted. Let's give more examples. Legendary. Again, Kochi partners, Kerala partners. I'm not saying I'm going to pull a lot of partners from the rest of the country. They have great portals. They have pre-built systems. You come onto the portal, you pick up a unit, you build up a unit, and you buy it. Let's give more examples. MD Computers. He's one of the big online stores, by the way. So if I remember the time when we would go to MD and he would operate out of that DC Plaza in Kolkata, and he would have a small store. In the last 3 years, when I go to his online team, there is a building with 2 floors. There is a building with 2 floors who only do online business. That team has got nothing to do with the store. Nothing to do with the store. That team is online. The team manages the show. They do the promotions. They build the systems. They try to sell the systems online. They map the consumers online. They are an online team. Let's talk about assembly line. And I can go on and on and on. Kryptonite Systems, beautiful store. Gamers Nation, again great store. GTech, beautiful store. MVP. By the way, I'll give you an example of the MVP website. Amazon people are trying to build their platform on the MVP site. Is there a flicker? Can you check? So when I went to the Amazon office, Amazon was showing me how the MVP portal is working and what is the consumer trying to do when they go on to the MVP site. You know, they select the processor, they select the GPU, they select, you know, the other components, and they build up the unit. Wow. They are trying to copy a partner locally. So what is the big message? Havoc Nation, beautiful store. You know, Caesar. Has anyone seen Caesar PCs? Do you know the Caesar owners? Okay. So if you see Caesar, he's all the time. He comes to a lot of our events. He's building great PCs. He's trying to showcase those great PCs. He has a massive fan following. What you need to do, and I'll go on and on. The important thing is that you have to go out of your shops. You have to move out of your retail. You're used to that retail. That's great. But the world is changing. We got to change with the world. Clear? So what we are trying to solve? Availability, and we are going to sell online. If you don't sell online, you will not make more money. So we've solved two big problems now. We've created a beautiful experience of a store. We've built a great website where the consumers can come and buy our unit. But how do we bring a 2 lakh rupee guy to our store? How are we going to get a guy who's 3 lakh rupees to our store? You've put in a lot of money, you've done great interiors, you've trained the people, you've put a nice, you know, demo machine there, maybe 3 demo machines there. So how are you going to bring people onto the store now? So this brings to our strategy number 3, which is the C. And the C stands for community. ACE. A is for availability, C is for community, E is for experience. And let's talk about community now. So again, a very dear friend of mine, X-Ray. Anyone knows X-Ray from Kolkata? You know Kolkata. Okay. So let me give an example. This guy is selling about 250 machines every month. High-end gaming PCs. Average ASP is about 2.25 lakhs. So which means every PC that he's selling is more than 2 lakh rupees, right or wrong? Right? He doesn't have a store. He doesn't have a store. I'll give you another beautiful pointer. He sells only on Instagram. Where does he sell? Only on Instagram. What is the team size of his Instagram team? 9. He's adding 3 more. There are going to be 12 people in his Instagram team. Try and understand. Very important point. He's selling high-end 2.25 lakh rupee ASP PC only on Instagram. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Community. He's able to catch people on Instagram, able to convince them online that, hey, this is a great PC, and he's selling only on Instagram. He doesn't have a store at all. Now, if you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to bring in this change in the way you operate, you will not make money. You want to make more money? You have to change. Let me give an example of, so this is their, you know, this is Aditya's social page. Let me talk about, you know, in the interest of time, supercomputers. So I like this guy. He's 28 years old now. He opened his new store about 4 days back. He's not very good in English, you know, so Hindi. He's from Rajasthan. He's a Marwadi guy from Rajasthan. I like his, his earring that he wears. So, do you know he makes a video on YouTube every day? In fact, when he got married, in his house, he had one room which he converted into a streaming room. He creates one video every day. Some of his videos are so popular, if you check his social engine, they attract 100,000 views, 200,000 views. Such Anjirigs. I mean, you created some great videos and thousands of views. So what is happening? You know what he told me when I was sitting with him having a cup of coffee one of the days? He said, Nikhil, people from far, far away, different towns, they have seen my videos, they come to my store, and approximately 40 to 50% of my business are those people who have seen my YouTube video somewhere in Karnataka and have liked my YouTube video, and therefore they come to my store. So even if I don't have my store in SP Road, which is the main market, and I have it somewhere else, because they have seen my YouTube video, they come to my store and buy the product. Again, what am I trying to tell you? You have to go beyond your retail. You have to work into the community space, have great Instagram pages, have great Facebook pages, and pull these people to your shop. There are tons of examples. I can go on and on. If you don't know how to do it, hire someone to do it. You can today get a college grad in 5,000 to 8,000 rupees to do this job. We were in Delhi. I was having dinner with one of the marketing guys. What was he doing? He came for that event and he went to the partners. He was a young guy. He said, if you don't know how to do this job, I will do it for you for a very small cost. This is a young 22-year marketing guy. He's built a lot of web pages and Instagram pages. If you don't know how to do it, you better get it done from someone else, because you don't have a choice. You'll have to attract people to your store. Okay? So I'll give you a couple of more examples, like Super. There is MVP agreement. Sometimes I argue with MVP and a lot of these people, because now they have big teams. They have like 5 people, 6 people who are creating this content every day. The interesting part about content is that if you don't roll out more content every day, you will not grow organically. Okay. So if you want to attract people towards your store, you have to build content. You have to be a little bit more creative and come out with more and more every day. But the fact is that you don't have a choice. You have to create that content, for that store. So there's MVP. And now I'm going to talk about, this is the last portion before, I call the main suspect of our show today, which is Rajaram. The business has moved. About 3 years back, we would only sell to gamers. About 3 years back, we would sell to gamers. Today, we sell to everyone. So let's say after gamers, which is the next big segment that consumes these high-end PCs. You think your consumer is a gamer? The answer is wrong. Yes, gaming is a big segment. India is one of the biggest countries in the world when it comes to creators. The amount of video editing and image editing that happens in India. The graphic card that people buy from us, the number 2 used case, if the first used case is Valorant, the second big used case is Adobe Photoshop or Premiere Pro. So the consumer to whom you are selling this high-end PC, he's buying it for what? He's buying it for Photoshop. He's buying it for 3D. He's buying it for editing. He's buying it for his rendering requirement. But are you aware about it? If you're not aware about it, you're not going to be able to create those stories and that content for that customer. But if you know that the customer is here and he's a creator, then that is the story that we have to tell to the customer. And the third part, this is the most important part, and this is how Pawan started. This year, we are going to talk about AI. This year, entire calendar year 24, we are going to talk about AI, which is nothing but artificial intelligence. And the big story that we are going to talk about is RTX for AI PC. Okay, now what is AI How is it important? And how are we going? If you go on Amazon, you'll already see a lot of people writing like ASUS, AI-powered ASUS notebook. I don't know if someone has gone to Amazon and seen this kind of change in communication. Okay, so the theme for this year, and this is what we are going to teach you today, this is what we are going to talk to you about today, and this is what we expect you to go back to your retail counters and talk to the end consumers. If you take this home, I promise you, whether it's a gamer, whether he's a creator, an Adobe Photoshop guy, a 3D guy, whether he's a student or a developer, okay? If you communicate the message of RTX for AI, there is a very high chance and probability that you will succeed in selling a 2 lakh PPC. So again, our agenda today is to give you the capability, enable you people, okay, with the skills that you can sell a high-end PC. So I'd like to invite Rajaram on the floor, and he'll talk about it.
Hello? Everybody can hear me? Namaskaram. That is all I can talk in Malayalam. Okay? I'm sorry I cannot talk anything. We heard Pawar, we heard Nikhil talk about so many things. We heard how you can grow your community, how you can grow your sales and everything. Right? He also spoke about what this year is going to be all about, right? How we are going to focus on AI. But do you think this is the first time we are doing AI? Anybody? No, this is not the first time we are doing AI or we are talking about AI. We have been working on AI for last, I think, more than 8 to 10 years. And today, why we are so successful when it comes to AI is because of all the hard work we did in the last 5 to 10 years, right? I would like to start with a video. I remember Pawan introduced, we have been very long time in NVIDIA. In fact, I joined just, I think, a week or something after he joined. And the basic task or the basic problem we had to solve was how to talk about or how to tell partners why GPU is important, okay? That was our main thing we used to do maybe 10 years, 12 years back. This was one of the videos that we used to showcase everyone.
And he's going to paint a picture for you guys in the way that a CPU might do it, as a series of discrete actions performed sequentially, one after the other. In 3, 2, 1. Let me speed it up. Ladies and gentlemen,
Leonardo.
When we hit this trigger on this thing, 2,100 gallons of air goes through these accumulators, out these valves, into all 1,100 of these tubes, into these tubes, in which the bottom of the paintball. Each of those paintballs will fly across 7 feet in space, and in 80 milliseconds reach its target, hopefully. When it's all said and done, it's going to paint the Mona Lisa.
GPU painting demonstration. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ladies and gentlemen, science class is now over. Thank you.
I'm sure many of you might have seen this video somewhere, right? Maybe from our sales team, or maybe, am I audible behind? No? Okay, now? Okay. So How many of you have seen this video anywhere? This was the video that we used to showcase, we show people when we wanted to explain what GPU is all about, how fast it can work, how it can improve your performance, right? That was, I think, early 2008, 2010 times. But today, certainly, everything is changed, right? If you go like just 2 years back, 2 to 3 years back, or today also, if you want to search anything, what we do? Google.com, right? And now the generation which is next, they use something else. They use something called as ChatGPT. How many of you have used ChatGPT? Well, don't worry. Okay? Everybody is using ChatGPT one way or the other. Only thing is you might not be aware that ChatGPT is being used by you, right? If you see what has happened is the fastest application to reach 100 million user base is ChatGPT. If you go, we started with Google Translate. There was Spotify, there was Instagram, and then suddenly you have ChatGPT. In 2 months, it garnered 100 million user base. And now suddenly, if you want to search anything, you want to plan a holiday, if you want to go to Lakshadweep, what you do? ChatGPT, help me plan my holiday for next 3 days. What it will do? It will go, it will search, it will tell you first day 1, do this, day 2, do this, take this flight. It will plan everything for you. So that is the next normal that is going to happen, and I think the next gen, and even people who are tech savvy, they will be starting using this, right? Like Nikhil said, we are going to talk about is beyond gaming. Of course, gaming is our bread and butter. No point, no question in that, right? It's given. GeForce and gaming go hand in hand. How many gamers are there? Only one gamer. So many gamers. And so many beautiful systems we have. 6 systems. I think behind also we have 2 systems. All those systems are built by gamers themselves, right? We have Neo Tokyo, we have Geekboss, right? Those are all built by gamers. When we talk to gamers, they know GeForce and gamers go hand in hand. But what about people other than gaming? Nikhil just spoke about beyond gaming. He spoke about content creators, how India is one of the biggest regions when it comes to number of content creators, right? How you can help them improve their content creation job, help them improve their efficiency. We have people who are into development of these applications, right? The way we are doing things is changing right now. AI is being used in every important application today. What is Google doing? It is using AI. We are talking about Copilot becoming a standard in your Windows operating system. What is Copilot? Copilot is nothing but it is running ChatGPT in the background. It is using AI to give you all the feedback. It is using AI to help you. So Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you will be using AI. Windows, you will be using AI, right? So we are talking about gaming. AI which is used by gamers, AI which is used by content creators. We are talking about AI which is being used in development of your applications. And even day to day, I am here working from Cochin. I have some calls which I have to attend every day. I cannot miss those calls. Even if I am in a meeting, if it is important US call, I have to attend it. How do I do that? If I don't find a quiet place, how do I attend my call? Right now the solution is, boss, I am in a noisy place, I won't answer anything, I will be in mute. Right? That is the answer, at least I have seen people give. Sajid gives every time, right? I am traveling, I cannot answer anything, I am just listening to everyone. Sajid, do you agree with me? Yes or no? People cannot hear you. Right? So we are doing AI every day. It is changing the way we are conducting our life. And it is going to be part of us for next, I don't know how many years. The future is going to be AI, and more applications will be integrating AI and new ways how it can improve your life, improve your productivity, improve your usage. If you saw on screen, we spoke about AI for gaming, AI for productivity, we spoke about AI for developers, and AI for everyday life. So what I'll do today is I'll take each case and we'll do small demonstration. Why I'm doing this, it is very important to understand, because people who use AI, still people don't know what AI is. I have been traveling throughout India, I talk to people, I talk to partners. The question they ask is, ये AI क्या है? I'm sorry, I am also from Mumbai, so Hindi is natural for me, it comes out. The main question they ask is, AI क्या है ये? आप AI को explain कैसे करोगे? How do you explain AI to your end consumers? That is the biggest question we get. ChatGPT is the one answer that we give everyone, but where is ChatGPT running today? Anybody wants to answer? Where is ChatGPT running? On the cloud. It is running on the cloud, right? It is on the internet. That is, it is running on the cloud. But what if I am in some place in Munnar where there is no internet? How can I use ChatGPT there? Can I use ChatGPT? No, right? Let me know if I am wrong. Let me know if I am not telling which is something that happens daily. Say I am in a location in Munnar, there is no internet, I want to create a document, I want to reply to my email or something, I'll type everything, I'll keep, the moment internet comes, that mail will go, right? How do I do that? That is where your RTX user base comes into picture. All these RTX GPUs, RTX 2000 series, 3000 series, and the current generation ADA, that is 4000 series or 40 series as you call them, they have got something called as tensor cores. And these are nothing but the same tensor cores that are running on ChatGPT. I may be wrong, but the number I have heard from internet is 25,000 something A100 and H100 GPUs that are running your ChatGPT questions and prompts. And those same tensor cores are present in your RTX GPUs, especially for 40 series, right? So how do you run them? We can run all these AI-based applications on your current hardware, that is your desktop or your laptop. So like I said, we have so many systems here, and we have those all applications running on the PC. And I'll take help of my good friend, I think Suraj, who is all the way from Trivandrum, right? So he is here from Trivandrum. He has bought this beautiful system. Of course, we have so many systems here. Geekboss is there, Legend is there, G-Rigs, High-Tech, everyone. How do you do that? They are able to run all this natively on your PC. The thing is, why I'm talking about this is, when we are talking about cloud, there are so many things. Problem is connectivity, latency, privacy concerns. What if ChatGPT is collecting my data? I feed some very important documents in my bank details or something. It is collecting it. Who is taking care of all these things? Of course, the only thing is run it locally, right? Of course, there is server setup and all the price and cost and everything is there. But if you are running it locally, I can run that same thing on this laptop. This has got a entry-level GPU for that matter. I can run that same thing. I'll show this. You can run this online on this laptop itself. So the first example that we are going to talk about is RTX for gamers. So when we talk about gamers, we have been talking about gamers, NVIDIA GeForce, and gamers go hand in hand, right? And when we talk about gamers, we have been talking about AI for last, I think, 4.5 years or maybe 5 years. Since the release of RTX 2000 series GPUs, we have been talking about something called as DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling. What is deep learning? Again, it is a part of AI that is running on your GPU, your tensor cores. But usually people did not take us seriously, saying, what is AI, what is AI? And suddenly ChatGPT comes over and everybody's, oh, AI. That has transformed fortunes of so many thousands of people, right? So currently we are talking about DLSS. We are talking about new features that are going to come in future games. So what I'll do is I'll give you a small example of DLSS. So we have Cyberpunk here. Can you shift? So we have Cyberpunk here running on this. It's a small it's just the beginning. You can see he's moving everywhere, and just notice the FPS in the green on the right hand side top corner. It says 55, 56, approximate 55 average FPS, right? No matter wherever he moves in this screen, in the scene. This is running normally with everything set to high. Okay, and this is a 4070, right? This is a 4070 GPU, by the way. And it has got the highest CPU available and everything. So what I'll do is, I'll ask Suraj to just enable DLSS and something called as frame generation, which is again using AI. So see what he is doing: resolution scaling, DLSS super resolution, enable ray tracing, and this is called as ray reconstruction. Right? It is enabled everything. You can see frame generation is also enabled, right? Yeah. So maybe resume. It will take some time, and you can see from 50 we have reached 140. And this is again real time. I am not talking about something which is pre-rendered. It is running real time from 50 to 150, almost 2x performance improvement, 2 times. And as a gamer, I think this is what gamers want, right? Maybe there are people like Prashant here, right? They can answer me if I am wrong, right? He is just nodding his head. No, but this is what gamers have been asking. I remember when we used to talk to people when our 20 series GPUs came out, saying, okay, how do we use AI? How do we use tensor cores? How do we use ray tracing? This is the biggest example. We are in currently 3rd generation of DLSS, version 3. Done? Yeah. So, what I'll do is, this is just one example. I'll show another video of something which we announced during first week of January in CES, right? Volume.
Our latest collaboration is with Convey, a developer platform that enables easy integration of Gen AI-powered game characters. Convey's platform features a set of tools and APIs to create character personas and enable dynamic conversations leveraging the new NVIDIA audio interface and Riva microservices. Let's take a look. In this demo, we're back in the ramen shop with Jin, except this time, we're joined by Nova, a cybersecurity expert in our cyberpunk-flavored world. Let's listen in as these two AI game characters have generated conversation.
Nova, you ever get that uncanny feeling we're like those AI constructs from the old sci-fi flicks? But no, we're too quirky for that.
The cool thing is, conversation's different every time.
Quirky is one word for it, Jin. I think we're just too real to be anything but flesh and blood. You're not wrong, Jin. Sometimes I wonder if we're all just part of some elaborate cybernetic dream. If we were AIs, I'd be the one cracking jokes about the singularity over a bowl of ramen. Kai, long time no see. You've been hiding in the shadows, or have you just been trying to avoid me?
Hey Nova, it's good to see you. I haven't been trying to avoid you, just been super busy. How are things?
Things are fantastic. Just secured a juicy contract with Zenith and Sons.
Hey Jin, you hear that? Nova just landed a big contract. Let's break out the good stuff.
You got it, Kai. Nova's success calls for the top shelf celebration. Just don't expect this to become a habit.
Thanks, Jin. So Nova, have you been playing any games recently?
I've been testing this cool game tech on a secret new GPU that's launching very soon. I can't talk about it here, but I can show you at the lab.
Wow, that sounds super cool. Yeah, I'd love to see the game tech. Let's go back to your lab.
Absolutely. Follow me and prepare to be blown away by what you're about to see.
With Convey's latest framework, game characters can now interact with the scene by fetching objects and navigating the world, all based on your conversation.
That was AI for gaming. The next part, if you remember, I spoke about was AI for content creators. So how content creators can use AI, and they are currently using it. There are so many ways to improve or increase your productivity, and that can help you do more. So for example, I'll give an easy example which I think most of the partners will be aware of, right? There is something called as Photoshop. Everybody is aware of Photoshop? Say I am a wedding photographer, I'm a wedding photographer and I click like thousands of images. This guy here is taking like picture every second. So at the end of the session, he might have like 500 images and all of those are raw images. How do you process that? Either you download it, you process one by one, or you use some application that will automate the process, right? So that is what we are talking about, how AI can help you increasingly automate so many processes that are being done regularly on a regular basis. If I am doing something over and over again, I can say AI, you do it, right? And not only Photoshop, you can talk about the fastest, or you can talk about the best applications for editors, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve. If I am a content creator and I want to do something in 3D animation, say I want to do something which is something different with images. So what we'll do is we'll showcase something which is Photoshop, because it is being used by everyone. So what I've done is, can you shift? Yeah. So this is Photoshop. Again, Suraj is here to help me. So what I'll do is I'll open some images. These are around 60 images and all raw images. Okay. What I want to do is I want to enhance all these images at once. I'll just open the images and you can see all the images are open. I think you can select all and right click and say enhance, right? And say, so you can see in the background it is running the automation process. Can you click on that running file? Yeah. So you can see it is processing all the images, and if you can open task manager, it will show the GPUs using this thing, the AI is running on the GPU to process everything, right? Maybe you can go back there. This is one example. If I leave it, it will process all the images and it will say done. What I'll do is I'll just stop it there and we'll go to some another example, right? Yeah. So another example is when it comes to content creation is how do you create, especially when we are talking about marketing, how do you generate sales? You generate sales by bringing in customers, right? Like Nikhil said, he was talking to a young chap from Delhi who is going to partners and telling them, I can help you with marketing. You know, I was also talking to him. What he said is, I create this beautiful imagery, something which is eye-catching, especially no disrespect to any of the ladies here, models, and we send it to different partners. And if there is something eye-catching, they'll read it and they'll reach out to saying, okay, can you help us do it? That is how they are getting or bringing in revenue. But the problem here is how to create those images without infringing anyone else's copyright. Either you click the pictures, which is very costly, or you ask some artist to draw it, right? So what we have done is, we are in the next phase here. What we are doing is, there is something called as, you type whatever you want and it will generate that image for you. We call it as stable diffusion, okay? So we have this already running. So we'll do is real time. I'll ask audience to give some prompts, right? Randomly, can anybody help me with the prompt? Anything that comes to your mind. I can type anything. What do you want to say? Anything. It is running right now. It is using the history what we had typed earlier. Anybody wants to help?
Graphics card with home. Graphics card looks like home.
So we'll put graphics card. We'll put home. You can see he is putting there. Maybe the font is a little low. It is not available, visible, but he is typing. See, it is changing. No, don't enter. Don't enter. We put pipe. So we have helicopter, we have, did you put graphics card? Just type graphics card. We'll put GPU. GPU, okay. Anything else anybody wants to add? Anything else? Maybe put something like, say, Mars, on the Mars, in the lower part. I am putting places, I am putting, say, Mars. Put a pipe and you can put maybe space. What we'll do is we'll just stop it and we'll start it again. I'll just maybe put a burger or a duck in the top part. So what this is doing is this is generating images artificially. The GPU or the AI is generating the image. It has learned, see, it has taken ducks. It takes some time, it will start generating the images and you can download these images and you can use it. So this is one example. So we spoke about how copyright infringement is a question mark, right? Yes? This is running locally on the PC. So Suraj, if you can show, we are not connected to internet. Click on that. See, we are not connected to internet, okay? This is running locally. If you open the task manager again, it will show GPU being used here. So you can see GPU is 100% usage. This is running locally. And imagine the possibilities you can use this AI, this type of things to create stuff. This is one of the examples. There is another example I show you. Maybe everyone, all the demos are by the way installed on all these PCs. You can go around and experience all these demos. Okay, and what I'll do is, can you shift here? This is called as stable diffusion. So there are so many websites that give you stable diffusion, right? Everybody has got AI in their name. What they're using in the background, they're running on the cloud. We are running the same application on a system which has got a 4070. I can run that same thing on a machine which has got RTX 4050. The speed will be less, but I can do the same thing, right? This is another video. Again, it is using AI. Let's see that.
Start generating visuals by describing your scene in a text prompt and select the generated image that closest matches your vision. Then add people and objects, indicating where in the image you want to place them and adding them with a simple description. iStock also allows you to modify specific elements in your image. For example, you can select a piece of clothing and iStock will generate new options that fit the space. Once you're done composing your scene, easily expand your image for different mediums. Go beyond your imagination and discover how easy it is to explore, design, and create with generative AI by iStock.
So the question you might ask is, how many applications are there which can use AI to help improve my creativity, to help me improve my speed when I'm gaming? We are talking about approximately 500 plus games and applications today. It's a big number, right? All the top applications, you take Photoshop, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, all the top applications which are used to develop my game, top games, those are all supporting my AI-based features. be it DLSS, be it some task which has to be repeated continuously. So we have 100 plus applications. Why I'm talking all of these things is these are all potential customers, right? They will need a very high-end, good configuration systems, good configuration notebooks, and that is where you guys can sell more RTX GPUs because it will run on RTX GPUs only. The next one is, I think, RTX everywhere. Before I go into developers, I'll talk about how general users like me. I'm not a, how do I say, developer or a content creator. I'm a normal office goer. I work for NVIDIA. I've been working for NVIDIA. So many calls happening day in and day night, right? And how do you attend all those calls? If I am a gamer, I want to stream. I can stream from this place. When I'm talking, there can be a streamer who can stream from this same location. What I'll do is I'll give you a small demonstration of how we use AI when it comes to our everyday use. Say if I call my colleague who is sitting in his hotel room, I'll just exit this. I'll start something called as Microsoft Teams, which I think most of us are using nowadays. People who are using Microsoft Office, they know Teams, right? I'll just call him and let's see if he picks my call. Okay. Hey, SK.
Hello, Rajam.
Yeah, hi. So SK is sitting in his hotel room, and I'm talking to him. What I do is I'll enable my camera also. So this is me talking to him. SK, can you enable your camera?
Yeah, let me just give you the background blur. Yeah. But then I'm going to keep it off so you can see my noisy assistant.
Yes, SK, what I'll do is I'll let you do the talking and I'll just listen to what you want to say. So SK is also a gamer and an influencer. He'll give you examples of how influencers today, gamers today are using NVIDIA Broadcast, which is again based on AI tensor cores to do their stuff.
Yeah, so I think for me the main use early on, especially during COVID when everyone was at home and then you had family over, you had like noises coming throughout the house, especially like, you know, like the one like this is really loud for you guys. But
you see that somebody's in the background playing. Who is that?
But on a single click of a button, that's completely gone. So any noisy brothers, any noisy members, you can completely cancel it off. And you know, if they get sick of the hairdryer, now again I'll switch it off. And if they get sick of an hairdryer, this was the noise that used to get to me mostly because from the kitchen or from someone else. Again, one click of a button on NVIDIA Broadcast, and noise is completely gone off. And I can continue streaming, continue gaming. And it was just probably the best thing. And also my house is on the main road, so traffic noises really picks up on your condenser microphone. So yeah, no noise coming in from the side.
Right? You can see this is using AI, and that is our marketing at its best. So there are so many noise in the background, but everything is being cancelled. So this is part of NVIDIA Broadcast, right? I can do noise cancellation, I can do background blur, everything using NVIDIA Broadcast. Even I can cancel noise from the opposite end. If I'm getting so many disturbance from the other end, I can do noise cancellation in the speaker also. That is also available. SK, maybe.
I'm also using the eye trackers. Right now, I'm actually looking down. You will notice I'm going to disable it, and you can see I was looking down the entire time. But when I click on a button and turn it on, you will notice how my eyes moved up towards all of you. So this is also a very helpful feature on video calls. Like I can be looking on the other side. Right now I'm looking on the right side of my screen, but I can also see that my eyes are connected towards all of you in the audience. All of, in this example, is everyone on the call. So that is also very, very helpful and kind of, you know, gives you that confidence as well. I'm someone that looks around a lot of different monitors at home. So this is a very, very beneficial feature. I will show you again. I'm going to be looking at the bottom of the screen. Right now, you will notice my eyelids. I'm looking at the bottom, looking at the left now. But when I turn it on, you will see a small little, you know, snap, and then now I'm looking straight at you. But I'm honestly not. I'm still looking down. So a great feature for daily productivity and daily calls.
Thank you, SK, for the demo. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You can see this is real life example of how AI is being used. So people spoke about background removal, blurring my background and everything happening, but those are all software based. When it comes to hardware, yeah? Yes, so this particular feature runs on all our RTX GPUs. In fact, this NVIDIA broadcast, we have been using NVIDIA broadcast for last more than 3 years. It runs on our 20 series GPUs, it runs on our 30 series GPUs and the latest 40 series. Even our RTX Quadro cards, all RTX GPUs which have tensor cores can run this. And I think that is the beauty of NVIDIA, and usually all our hardware is compatible. So the same tensor core present in GeForce, it is present in my Quadro and it is present in my HPC GPUs. No change, nothing. So as a student who is learning coding in my college, in my engineering days, if I write some application on my laptop with an RTX GPU, I can run that same code on a Tesla which is like more than crore rupees. No code change, nothing, not even a single line, and it will increase the performance. Of course, I don't want to talk much. We already spoke about how developers can use our GPUs to run or develop their application. And I think this is very important for a region like Kerala. Because I remember, like I said, I've been in NVIDIA for a long time. And Kerala especially, people are very educated, they are very technological savvy. And they have been using Linux for a long time. Right? I remember talking to people when nobody used to use Linux and people here used to talk, oh, why we are using Linux. There was a special version of Linux for colleges and everything. I remember those days, right? And that is where I think when we talk about developers, we talk about why developing. If I am a business owner, I want to develop my own application. I can easily develop an application if I know how to do it. But the problem here is using Linux, using codes and everything. Everybody is not used to Linux, right? But the plus point here today is we are talking about these codes which can run natively on our Windows application. We call them as Windows subsystem for Linux. And it is part of your Windows operating system now. So even if you are not aware of or not good with Linux, you can develop your own applications on Windows today. And I'll give an example. Of course, the possibilities are endless. What I'll do is I'll give you a small example of running video analytics. Again, that is running on the same PC offline. What I've done is I have taken a small video of traffic signal and I'm running video analytics on it. I've taken this video from your location Kerala only. Yes, Conda activate, yeah, first one. And now we'll run it on GPU. So this is the code which he has to run. You'll see it will detect my GPU here. See, it has detected my GPU and now it will start it. See, this is a small video and it is detecting vehicles, it is detecting a person, it is detecting bikes and everything. Of course, you can add more information based on your needs. It is just a demo purpose and we have not added all the details, right? It can even read your number plates. The possibilities are endless. So the important thing is we are talking about 10 ms currently running on GPU, and what I'll do is I'll ask Suraj to stop this and run it on CPU, that is 7950, top end CPU current generation, right? We'll copy the code and just add CPU at the end. So now it is running on a CPU. You can see 215 ms. That is a difference, and that is all because of the R&D and investment that we have done for last 8 to 10 years into AI. How we can bring AI to everyone, right? Thanks. Can you shift? Yeah. I think that is why we call it as an iPhone moment. Right? iPhone, when it came, it changed everything entirely. And for us, AI is that iPhone moment today. Of course, last but not the least, today is the day physically our super series of GPUs are available, and you can see two systems, one from high-tech and other from legendary, with the 4070 super GPUs and the other couple of GPUs. Geekbox also, okay. Sorry, Geekbox also has a 4070 super in their PC. Everyone can have a look at it. We have the boxes here. And one GPU that is 4070 Super, it will be releasing today. Next week, we'll have 4070 Ti Super, and probably by the month end, we'll have 4080 Super. So 3 GPUs in Super series. I think we have got great feedback, positive feedback from the market, end consumers, especially gamers and content creators. With this, I'll hand over to Nikhil.
So that brings us towards the end, and we'd like to acknowledge a few partners who've done a great job in Kerala for us, Cochin for us, and other territories. And you know, what can be better than, you know, we call them on the stage and, you know, acknowledge the great work that they've done. So we'll start, and you know, to do that, I'd like to invite Pavanji, you know, on the stage. So the first award we'd like to invite Geekbox.
Bass kick. I'm in Miami, bitch. polka dot bikini girl. Hey, this one I won't do. We'll take off that polka dot bikini girl. I'm in Miami, bitch. Drink all day, play all night. Let's get it poppin'. I'm in Miami, bitch. Drink all day, play all night. Let's get it poppin'. I'm in Miami, bitch. 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 I'm in Miami, I'm in Miami, bitch. Get your hands up. Put that ass up. Get your hands up. Put that ass up. Get your hands up.
Expected Kore, 150, 160 partners expected. So more than 200 people came. Thanks for everyone. Special thanks to all my distributors. I have to say special thanks to Acro team, Mr. Prashant, Rafi, Supertron team, Jacob, Manoj, Rashi, Jayashree, and Anu. Then Gigabyte, Sri Kumar, WPGs, Sandosh. So if we really help, I can't get this much of people. People are traveling from Trivandrum, people are traveling from Kolghat, Calicut. So entire Kerala ആൾക്കാർ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ബട്ട് സാധാരണ നമ്മൾ കൊച്ചിയിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് കൊച്ചിയിലുള്ള മാത്രം ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. This is a new segment, so I just thought of that. ഇത് എല്ലാവർക്കും റീച്ച് ആകട്ടെ. The entire team from NVIDIA, 14 people from NVIDIA came. So അത് എല്ലാവരും മീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നിങ്ങൾ സംസാരിക്കാനും ഒരു ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. So really happy. ഇത്രയും വലിയൊരു ഇവന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയതിൽ special thanks to Mahesh Asus also. Sorry. So ആരെങ്കിലും വിട്ടുപോയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ and foreign team, Optima team, Aptech team, Rodati team, they are all invited, so many partners. Okay, so it's really awesome. And special thanks to entire who are all participated here. Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot. So we need a
So we'll do one group photograph, but a lot of people, so what we'll do is the photographer can come here and let everyone sit, and maybe we can just sit here and you can take the photo for the entire thing. It'll just take like 20 more seconds. Thank you. All right, you can take the photo for everyone. NVT, whoever is here can come. Come. Whoever will come can come. Please come. Let's take the photo. Let's take it. All right, everyone, happy face. Thank you, everyone. Dinner's open. The NV team is here. The NVIDIA team is here. Anyone wants to have a chat, discussion, or any offline thing? And please look at the demo PCs. Whoever is interested in the demo PCs, please try your hands out. We've put in a lot of hard work to prepare these demo PCs. So go experience the demo units and have dinner. Anyone wants to meet us, we are available here. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Kochi.